Good morning, my invisible friends. We are here for day 8 of Junk Journal January. And day 8 is observe, which seems like a very open-ended prompt and had me scratching my head until I remembered this little book which I bought recently at the op shop. Isn't that nice? The Little Book of Drawing, a friendly approach. She is all about learning to draw using your powers of observation via contour drawing, blind contour drawing in fact, which I doubt mine is going to look anything like that. I'm guessing it might look more like this. So blind contour drawing is when you look only at the subject and not at your piece of paper. So you'll be watching me draw, but I'll be looking at a photo of myself over here on the iPad, which is a bit scary. You will never, or probably never, see my head on video except like this. So here goes nothing. I'm using it's just a bit of copy paper that we've coffee dyed. Which way round I'll go? Maybe I'll go that way round. Alright, this is really weird. So she suggests that you kind of map out where it's going to go before you start, but then you're not looking here, you're only looking there. Okay. Oh, it's hard not to look. And I tell you what, taking a photograph of yourself and seeing all the wrinkles. I'm sure they weren't there last time I looked at a photo of myself. Okay, I must confess I am cheating a little bit, but not very much. Just, it's real. I think I'd have to blindfold myself somehow not to cheat. Oops, can feel that one off the page. I'm not quite sure where I am. Somewhere over here, there's going to be eyes. Beady little eyes. There. Oh, it's weird. I haven't read the book thoroughly yet, but it talks about learning to see the inside rather than the outside of your subject. Oh, it's very hard to talk and draw. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Move that out of the way. There we go. I can get rid of that photograph now. Look, it's probably as good as any other self-portrait I'm ever going to do, and it was kind of fun, actually. Now, I made sure that the paper was going to fit here, so it can fold over, and I think I will use my favourite hinge technique. Oh, look at that. It's not wide enough. Anyway, I don't even have my glue here this morning, but I'm going to hinge that in there. And then I might try another one you'll notice I did it on this because I wasn't sure I was going to even get it on the paper. I might try another one here. Not a selfie, but maybe something else. See if I can make something recognisable. So there you go. Observe. Terrifying. I don't know who I look like, but I don't think I look like me. Okay, that's day 8 done for me. Over and out. Hello, it's Pernell, and we're back for day 8 of Junk Journal July. Pretty sure I said, oh, day 8. Day 9. Gosh, is it the 9th already? Okay, today is going to be easier. Scraps. Who doesn't have lots of scraps? Ha! Not me. Now, again, we've got blank pages. A lot of blank pages in this one. All right. One of the things I've been playing with lately, and I can't remember whose channel I saw this on, but it was making little notebooks just out of torn pieces of scrap. As few or as many as you like, different sizes, just the usual, and stitching them on the machine, but making sure you put a little bit here on the spine. So I spent a very happy evening making not a dent in my scrap pile, making lots and lots and lots and lots and more and more and more. It's amazing, isn't it? Took no time at all, made no noticeable difference in anything. Look how many little scrap notebooks I now have to put into journals or give as freebies. Now, the trick with this, it's so clever, and I just realised I forgot to bring a knife. Bug. Okay, found it. And sensibly also found a cutting mat. Not if I had a smaller one, but never mind. So the trick is, work out where you'd like to put your little notebook and then cut a slit that's the same dimension as this. So I actually found on the first one I did, making it a little larger is easier because you're going to feed that through. So I think that's a bit longer. Then take these to the back and with any luck they'll fit through here. Come on. One end was a bit wider than the other. And then on the back here, just wriggle it until it fits. And then I'll... Look, more scraps, yay! And then glue this down. And this is great, so this gives us a starting point for tomorrow. Always good. It's funny, isn't it, when you've got a blank page, it can be so much harder to start, but if you've got something that looks a bit like a band-aid, it gives you an immediate starting point. Alrighty, so look at that. I think whoever it was called it a floating booklet, and that's exactly what it is. You've just got this popped in there, and that it will actually protect that. So that's rather handy. Extra writing space, extra writing space. Nice little booklet. Doesn't use as many scraps as you think, but it's easy to make. Now, one of my other favourite ways of using even the smallest little scraps for something to pop onto a page as a ruffle. And this could not be easier. This is, I think I have about 3 of these lying around the house. This is gummed paper tape, which I bought originally to stretch watercolour paper. Have I ever stretched watercolour paper? Once. Once and only once. So I generally do like a big long length of this, but for the purposes of this demonstration, let's just try this. In fact, what I would usually do is cut this in half because that's pretty wide. Get your little scrap box, get your water brush, and then it's just simply a matter of wet the paper on the shiny side, of course, and stick on the scrap. It helps if you actually pre-tear, of course. And this gum is so nice and strong. I'll stick my fingers to it. It's really good stuff. And makes me feel a whole lot better about having bought it and never used it really. So here's another thing. Sit in front of a movie or out in the sun with a cup of tea and use up some scraps. And it doesn't take, oh, that's a bit tough. Doesn't take long to make meters of this stuff, really. Oh, done. When this is dry, and usually I have a much longer length, I like to run it through the sewing machine just to catch those edges down. And of course, if you want to go to town with you know, putting extra bits on, postage stamps would be nice. I don't have any here, but go nuts. So here is one already sewn, and I usually add it to the page so that just the paper, not the gummed brown paper, is poking out. You could put it in as a tuck, but I find that the rough nature of the stitching and everything, it would catch on that edge. That would annoy me. It may not annoy you. I'll probably tack those little bits down as well, or they'll no doubt tear off. So there we have it. 2 uses for your teeny tiny scraps and for your larger scraps. Make yourself a floating notebook, and I'll see you back here for day 10. Oops, not that one, this one. I might just add a bit of something here. That's a bit crunchy. I might have pulled that through a little tight. That's okay. Here's a nice scrap I found earlier. Let's use that. This is had a play day with a girlfriend, and we were using up we had all this brown paper packaging, and we were just playing with acrylic paint and ink, and it was so much fun. And even though neither of us particularly liked what we made as a whole sheet, I have found this so useful in scrap form and even as pages. Some of these little wallpaper books actually had this paper in them as part of their signatures, and Those all sold really quickly. It's just got that lovely crunkle. There we go. That looks happier. And now it's got a bit more scrappy decoration. All right. Enjoy your junk journals. I'll see you next time. Bye.